The market trades sideways to down as we wait for the next big move. Which way will it be? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market traded basically down to sideways yesterday, closing close to flat and not really giving us any kind of information overall. We're still waiting its next big move, and the question is, which way will that be? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Even though there wasn't a ton of movement yesterday, we did have the down move captured. As you can see on the screen, we did very well on that. And just in a given day, we always have our midday video where we go through so many incredible things. Besides just the charts, we go through psychology, what the key levels are, how to find them, how to get better at trading, how to understand how to find this stuff. We go through different charts like gold and Bitcoin and Nvidia and all of the different popular ones to see where everything's at and look at the market as a bigger picture view. So all of these great things are in our room. If you want to be part of the winning team, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. Overall, not a whole lot changed yesterday, just a slight move down off of the high so far, mostly chopping sideways and closing pretty close to flat here. We are at a key resistance area at 56.30, which they stayed below. They also have this one up here at about 56.65, which would be our next area of interest. If they blow through that, it's very likely we're going directly to all-time highs, which we would not have accounted for straight up off of this low. Generally, you get a pullback before then, but price is the ultimate arbiter. So if that is the case, so be it. We would be looking at the pullback in two different ways. Right now, we are bullish looking for all-time highs, and that pullback should occur in 3 waves. We would look for that to come down toward the 53.83 to 53.22 area, settles right in on top of this breakout area, so that would be a very common retracement zone, and then we'd look for them to push back off of that area to the all-time highs in a pretty strong move towards 58.50. If, and I do mean if, because we have pushed through the 764 and the market's been pretty bullish, if we get a 5-wave move down, and I don't just mean like 5 waves to here, I mean 5 waves, a big 5-wave move down like this, we would not hesitate to flip to bearish on that structure, and then we'd look for a corrective bounce in 3 waves to the upside and then a breakthrough to the downside. So right now our primary path is bullish to all-time highs. Whether we get a pullback or not is still to be determined. I would think we'd need a pullback, and we should get one off of the levels I mentioned. But if not, then they would likely directly push towards that 5800 area, 5850 for the next high in the market. And we would look at that as a wave 5, where the bigger pullback here was a wave 4, and then we come back up in a wave 5 of the super cycle 3. So all in all, we are looking for an ABC up, as this is a diagonal structure in the big picture if you zoom out. So all of the moves have been 3-wave structures, so this wave 5 would also be a 3-wave structure. We would look for that pullback again toward 53.83 and then back up to all-time highs. But the caveat being, if it's a 5-wave pullback that comes down to test these lows, we would flip to a bearish scenario where the market would drop much greater. Over on the NASDAQ, again, not a whole lot has changed. They kind of went sideways to down yesterday. They are in that 618 to 764 zone. They need to get above this 764 to be fully bullish, but if the S&P is going to be bullish, the NASDAQ will probably either catch up or tag along. In that case, we would look for all-time highs on the NASDAQ as well. We would look for a pullback. They are at a very strong resistance zone. They didn't quite close this gap right here on the NQ chart. They were a couple points short of it. So they may come up and close that, hit the 764. But if the pullback is 3 waves, we would be looking for a bullish structure to 22,000 like this. If the pullback is 5 waves, we would go back to a bearish count, as that would be an AB setup. It would just be a slightly bigger B wave on the ES chart than you would expect. So if we get the 5-wave pullback, that would put us in a bearish state, but right now we are bullish to new all-time highs until then. Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to our webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it, make sure it's for you. Become part of our team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking it out. We also have our educational material, our Elliott Wave beginners course, as well as our advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping traders understand the market in a way that fully makes sense, so they know the key levels and they know what to trade off of and how to trade them. In the advanced course, we go over how to trade these complex patterns that we see in the market, especially the ones we've been seeing lately, including your diagonals, your double and triple threes, your flats, your triangles, the trading Elliott Wave. A lot of people understand the basics of Elliott Wave, but not really how to trade it, so we go through that in depth as well. This course is helping people understand these complex patterns and make money, as you can see on the screen. But if it is too advanced or you're just getting started with Elliott Wave, we also have an Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. And this course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. And this is because Elliott knew that the news cycles were garbage long ago. He knew that key levels mattered and what happened when those key levels held and when they broke. And this gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. This course is 25 videos where I go through 3 parts. We go through your introduction, where we go through your expectations, your mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why this works. Your chart setup and tools, where we go through every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave and why and how we use it, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners area, where we go through each of the waves, how to measure them, how to find their key levels, how to understand if they're working, the theory of corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to know to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the cool thing about these courses is if you want to get them at a discount and buy both of them at the same time, you can get our bundle course for $37 off. Or if you don't want to pay anything at all and you want to get them for free, simply join one of our monthly rooms, as they are included in those rooms. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video that I talked about in the intro today that just goes over so much information. That alone each day is worth the price of admission in my mind, and it gives you so much of a bigger view on the market, as well as understanding the psychology of the market, trading, all of the different things that we go through in the room. And you also get the educational material we just went through. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trades. We do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, or advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, futures trading, PT's income trading that's just killing the market, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money. And it's how he structures that trade that's so unique, something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Okay, key takeaways for today. We're still looking for a pullback. We have some key levels up to about 56.65 or so. Above that, and it's likely we make a direct move toward the all-time highs, but a 3-wave pullback would be bullish, a 5-wave would be bearish. We will see exactly what we get if and when we get a pullback. Over on the NASDAQ, same setup, same story. They're underneath the 764. We would be looking for a pullback. A 3-wave pullback would be bullish, a 5-wave would be bearish. If they break out over 20,350, that would give us an indication when we're on a direct move toward all-time highs, toward 22,000 from there. Guys, that is your market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.